So I'm going to talk about this crazy story flooding the viral social media world. It's about this Florida guy, Mike Huckabee. He's 55 and he married his goddaughter days after she turned 18. Now, before I continue, please like and subscribe. So, guys, off the rip, I'm going to say this, address a few things. The idea that he's a godparent and she's a goddaughter has nothing to do with the getting married. They formed a romantic relation. And people must remember, a godparent in modern times is just a professional fate for the person being baptized, the godchild that is, and to assume an obligation to serve as proxies for the parents if the parents either are unable or neglect to provide for the religious training of the child in fulfillment of baptismal promises. That's it. Now, Mike here might not be fulfilling his baptismal rites here, probably doing some other stuff, who knows, but it's yet to be seen or heard fully. And there is no immediate connection. I mean, look at the Brazilian football player Hulk. He divorced his ex-wife, but now he's with his niece. She's pregnant. He's broken. Maybe was he fooling around with his ex-wife niece while married? True. But again, that immediate connection is broken. And the second thing is the age gap. Now, folks, age gap in marriages have been going on for years. Biblical times, this is nothing new across various religions. I mean, even today in certain countries, Africa and Asia especially, in certain tribes and sector whatever, you still have where grown men 55 marrying 18-year-olds. And you do have right here in the West some celebrity examples. You do have Dennis Quaid and Laura Savoy. There's a 39 age gap. Steven Tyler and Amy Preston, 40 years gap. David Foster and Catherine McPhee, 35-year gap. So this gap thing doesn't mean a thing. Love is love. Well, would I like that? Would I marry an 18-year-old when I'm 55? I probably say no. Yes, men biologically, they tend to prefer younger women, but I prefer not to, and I go into reasons why. But in any case, they got married, and the crux of the matter to me is the idea of, did they have relations before she turned 18? Now, according to this, an excerpt here, it says Mike and Deja told Facebook that they will be raising their 4 kids together. It's not clear how many of the children are Deja's biologically, and whether any of them are biologically both Deja's and Mike's. Under Florida law, Deja was legally unable to consent to sexual relations with an adult male until she turned 18. So that's a catch. Were they doing it? We don't know. But she has a 2-year-old. Now, let's look at this video to get a little more clarification here.
I'm grown now. Talking about, oh, you just a baby. I'm 18, bitches. I moved out my mama house when I was 16. 16. Fucking 16. What did I do? Get a job. Pregnant and all, working. Pregnant. Fucking working. At 16 with no motherfucking body. I ain't had nobody. My mama was a druggie. Nobody, never had nobody. I'm not saying this to show to have no sympathy or looking for sympathy. Nobody sympathizing with me. This is not what it's for. I'm just letting y'all know that I don't give a fuck about y'all opinions. It don't mean shit to me.
So from this, you can deduce that she was pregnant at 16. She moved to her mama house. We get to her mother later on, and she was working and all that. Now, was she fooling around? Was Mike hitting it at that time? We don't know, is it? Maybe it's some investigation to run a paternity test, and that's where he's going to be in trouble, because that's what having sex with a minor. I don't remember the term for it, but here in the States, in the West, under 18, you do that with an adult and a minor, you're in some serious trouble. But in any case, she was working all that and taking care of herself and the kid. So I will say one of those 4 kids are hers based on what she said. And going forward, here she's talking, you can see that she's quite, she's angry. I mean, she's 18 now, she can do what she's doing. But it's kind of directed mostly to females, and I think it's that rivalry. Maybe one of those females is her mother here, because her mom did give like a reaction to this on social media. And as you can see here, the apple doesn't fall far from the...
This is what it is, right? I'm gonna lie. So, my daughter and Mike Huckleberry married each other, right? I don't approve of that stupid ass, cartoon ass shit. And that's what the I said. I ain't even go to that ass shit. Mike, I f***ed your ass in 2017 in my apartment in the mother LP. When you was coming over there hard. Anybody who know me know when I stayed over, y'all seen that fat stank ass over there. Okay? For a cell phone, $150. Okay? I was working at Family Dollar and I needed some extra money. So that's what that was about. I told her something, and then when she ran away when I stayed over there with my oldest daughter in Jacksonville, Mike was the main one talking about, this is my goddaughter, y'all help me find her. Da-da-da-da. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember when I whooped Deja ass in that kitchen too? Like the 14-year-old little girl she was. Yeah, y'all remember that. So, with that being said, Deja's my last child. Her name really is Deja Miaya Evans. Like Davinia Evans, mine. She just got adopted in 2016, right before I came home. Okay, by Ashley Jackson, white chick. Alright, so, with that being said, Deja doesn't remember when she was little. She don't remember when she was with me. I lost my kids to DCF. A lot of y'all know I used to snout patty, sold a lot of motherfuckers, whooped a lot of ass, went to jail a lot. I was young and wild as I done apologized, and I'd be goddamn if I apologize in a fucking moment. But bitch, you said you married Mike because you need stability.
So you can see the fire attitude. You can see where Deja got her her toughness from. So she was spitting, okay? So the mom, she went in and detailed the animosity between she and the daughter. I mean, you can see there's no love lost. You can see that obviously she doesn't approve, because Mike at one time, she considered a family friend. I mean, she did smash him one time. She did allow him to smash one time because she was doing her luck, and she was drug addict. She's recovering right now. She's a recovering drug addict. That's good for her. But you can see, she's kind of upset with this, and she's detailing like who she's relating to, what should be called God, this and that, whatever. And she was spilling beans like, hey, girl, I don't need you. And you can see that the obviously one of those women Deja was referring to probably is her mother. Her mother. Her mother's the one that probably pushed it out to the world, but who knows? It's kind of crazy, and we see what happens, because I can gather the family gatherings won't be very nice if it ever happens, because Mike would be like rolling in, and all the people like, yo, who's this? Black people are when they're ready. It won't be nice. But besides that, there's one thing I want to point out, that the age difference. Now, this does prove something, that women on average will always seek an older guy for the resources, the stability, and conversely, men will always seek a younger woman for fertility, because they're seen younger, fresher, and you can see the match made in heaven, that he can kind of put her in the way that he would like. And to a certain extent, I don't agree with that. This is why I have some level of concern, because she's 18. At this point, she hasn't really lived her life. She hasn't found her identity. She be living it through him, for the most part. Okay, and women, at some point they go through their emotional changes or phases of life, and don't be surprised if 5-6 years from now you be hearing she be cheating. I mean, it does happen. Countless stories of women who have married young, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years the wife is cheating. Why? Because husband is working too hard, or something, he's not paying her enough attention, whatever. So I wish them all the best. I see what happens. I hope wounds are healed. Time does that, and live a prosperous life. But apart from that, that's my 2 piece. Please like and subscribe. Until then, be critical. All right.